Hi, I'm Coach Jesse Reynolds with the Accel Sports Running Club, and I'm so excited that you are checking us out for your children. This is something that we've been doing now for almost a year. The club actually started just back in May of 2024. Just an amazing story about how that came together. But we get questions, we get a lot of the same questions all the time. So I just want to take a few minutes just to record this real quick because we have so many families sharing about the awesome things happening on Accel Sports. So first off, we are here to teach kids about way more than just running. We are going to help kids run faster. They're going to develop healthy lifestyle habits, and that all that is fantastic. But what we care way more about are helping kids develop character, integrity, learning the attributes of success. We've actually had the Accel Sports program now since going all the way back to 2008. It actually is interesting as it might sound, was actually an Olympic lifting program that we had down in Florida for many, many years. Several kids trained and lifted for Team USA, traveled the world, did amazing things. And a few years ago, all of my own personal children, although they still compete at the national level in weightlifting, they actually got heavily into running. And so it was a very sharp, fast, steep learning curve for us. And I've just been blessed to be coaching kids now for almost 25 years at this point. And so we took all the same principles that we were using to win national championships in that season of life, and we started applying those same principles to running. And we've just been really blessed where we have a few specific things that are coming together that work really well for this season of life that we're in. So first off, like myself and my beautiful wife Beth, we've got 4 kids at this time who are 10 and under. We homeschool all of them, and so we are busy, right? And so we've done several other activities, and other activities in sports are great. Like I said, my kids still compete at the national level in weightlifting. But one of the things that we love about running is that it is family friendly, it is simple, it is not a huge time commitment, and it is very, very inexpensive. So currently how we're running our program, we actually meet at Don Fox Park here in Lebanon. Currently 3 days a week training. Those times and stuff might change a little bit depending when you're seeing this video. So be sure to reach out and get the most current schedule for that. But so we are able to train for free. Our coaches do not charge for training. So there's no cost of renting a facility. There's no cost of paying coaching for what we do. We are blessed and grateful to be able to pour back into these kids. When we decided to launch this program back in May of 2024, we just simply put it out to our local homeschool community that, hey, we're starting a cross-country running team. And what happened as a result was we looked up about 5 months later and we had 70 kids on the team. And we didn't just have a big team. We were grateful for a big team, but these kids had great success in our very first season in cross-country in the TSIAA conference. Our girls team finished second in the conference. And then actually here in Middle Tennessee, we actually host, but not us, but there's a meet that's hosted. That's the Hermitage Cross Country Nationals. There's teams that come from 13, 14 different states all over the middle and eastern United States. And our boys team actually finished third in the nation in our very first season, with one of them medaling individually as well. And so we were very blessed to have just some great kids and some great families be a part of this early on, buy into the philosophy behind what we're doing, and it's done nothing but continue to grow from there. So how does this relate to you? Is would you like your kids to learn several helpful traits to help them go on to become successful adults and live thriving, healthy, productive lives, well into adulthood and many years to come? I've been blessed to see that happen over the past 25 years, where now several of my athletes have gone on to become physicians and be involved in their churches and raising children and just all those things. And that's what we care way more about. So some of you may not really care about being competitive in running, and that's totally fine. Getting faster is just a byproduct of being a part of what we do. We teach kids how to finish. We teach kids great self-esteem. We teach them how to break through self-imposed limitations. But then also some of you might be kind of like our family, where we really like a high-level competitive outlet, and we absolutely have that. We do not have one at the expense of the other. We have a high-level competitive outlet. Like I told you about some of the success that our kids are having. Here in our second season, we have our eyes set on winning both the men's and women's Hermitage Cross Country Nationals here in our second year. But so just know that there's high level competition available, but every child is valued and important with what we're doing in our program. We are truly for all ages, all ability levels. My now 4-year-old daughter has been running with us since right after her 3rd birthday. We've got several adults and grandparents who get involved with what we do. And there's also tons of siblings who they don't necessarily run, but they just love coming out to the park and playing and running around with friends. And you'll see it's one of the most positive communities that we've ever been a part of. And that's really been the other part of the story, just for my wife and I. Like, we know that community matters. Like, we've been prayerful and intentional about looking for the right communities to plug our children into. And while we did not know we were looking for a running club, just as this kind of laid before us, we just said yes to it. We gave it our yes. And it's just been amazing to see how God's breathed on that, just by us being obedient to it, and just the families he continues to bring into our world. It is truly our favorite part of every week. It is our children's favorite part of every week. It is hard, okay? It is hard. You come out, you're going to hear us talk regularly about I can do hard things. We're going to talk regularly about commitments. We're going to talk regularly about becoming a person that other people can depend upon, okay? But we don't make success and winning an idol. Like I said, we care so much more than just simply success on the race course. So we would love for your family to come out and check out what we're doing here with Accel Sports. We believe that it is going to be a huge value add for your family, and it might be just the perfect sport that you never knew existed. And the last thing I'll say about cross country, back to how time efficient and cost efficient it is. Most of these races are only $5 a kid. And the entire race, if there's 1,400 kids, it's only like maybe 2.5 hours long. So, all four of my kids who are all in different age divisions, they can come out to the race course, they can get all the races in, and we can go on about our lives like that. And we're not stuck at the soccer fields all day or the baseball fields all day, or things, great sports, but things that just weren't really a great fit and time conducive for our big family. So please reach out, ask us when the upcoming practices are, and we'd love to see your family there.